Hey everyone, Irit here with a new process video for Hip Kit Club. Yes, I'm still kind of sick or recovering or whatever, so sorry about my voice. I really apologize, but yeah, that's real life. So my theme for this week's post is to use my papers, the exclusive papers in the December kit. So I designed 3 of these of the papers in the kit, and yeah, and I'm going to use them. So I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use, and I'm gonna go with the roses one. I was really inspired, actually. I saw Marinette from the design team. She fussy cut some of the roses from my roses paper, and I thought, hey, that's a great idea. When I designed the paper, I kind of designed it in a way that I thought it would be great for a background, you know, because the florals are not all over the paper, so there's still a lot of white space. My problem always with large flowers on papers is that they tend to be very busy for me, and usually I don't tend to use such papers for backgrounds, and that's why when I created this paper, I only painted flowers on, you know, kind of probably a third of the real estate of the paper, but they also work lovely when you fussy cut them. So at the beginning I thought I would just like fussy cut a few of them and use them as embellishments. I'm also using another one of my papers for layering behind my photo there. Hi Ella. And yeah, I also like that paper. Jill used it, I think, on a couple of her layouts this month, so from the design team. So there's just so much inspiration. I think, you know, I love designing the paper, and then I'm super excited when I see them in the kit, and then I'm really excited when I see the papers in unboxing videos. But the best is when I see, you know, you guys, you ladies, women, people, use them on your layouts, and the design team. I sit through all the process videos with like a huge smile on my face, and it's just the best. I mean, that's really the best part. And of course, also using these papers myself is also makes me super happy. But just to see, you know, the creativity and what people do, it's really the best part about designing these things, papers, not things. So yeah, and you'll see, you know, thankfully I have the pattern paper add-on, so I have 2 sheets of this roses paper, and that means I can really layer them. And oh my gosh, woman, make a decision. Yeah, for some reason I could not make up my mind to save my life how to glue those strips, but I did eventually. So I thought about using these frames. They are so good, so cute, and I'll definitely use them in a future layout because they are just too cute. But not this time. They were just a little bit overpowering and didn't really work with the feel of this, I felt. So yeah, they're not gonna stay there. And the photo is of Lily, cute little Lily in the snow. It's not snowing here anymore, at least for now. I don't know, maybe it'll snow again this year, but for now it cleared up. Actually, it's still cold, you know, because it's winter in Europe, but not too bad. So I'm just going through the Vicky Butin ephemera for my previous layout. So this is the second layout that I'm making with the December kit. The first one I used, I think, almost only crate paper stuff. And then here I'm using my papers, and I'm going to use some of the Vicky Butin stuff that we got in the kit. So that's another strategy that I talk about this all the time because it's just what works for me. You know, especially if you get more than one kit, then you usually have a lot to work with. And it just makes it easier if you pick one manufacturer per layout, at least in the beginning when, you know, everything is new and there's like so much of everything. So here I will be using, I think almost only the Vicky Butin ephemera, and that floral piece. I think with florals, it many times it works for me to you know, cut them in half and then use them in two places. And I will do that also with this die cut that I cut and left on my layout, and then I moved on to something else. So because I have two of my papers, I basically end up cutting all of the roses from my second sheet and using it on this one to create somewhat of a roses explosion, a garden of roses, if you will, on my layout. And I'll move them around a little bit and play around with the positioning until I find a look that I'm happy with. But yeah, you know, it's just so easy to work with really beautiful products. So, and obviously, you know, if I designed these papers because I like how they look, and yeah, so this is really easy for me to be inspired and create with them. And I also saw Elsie from the design team. She was inspired by these papers to paint her own watercolor roses, and they are so gorgeous. She made this gorgeous layout, and I was just, you know, kind of, I was blown away and also a little bit annoyed that I didn't come up with with something like that first. But she's just amazing. So every one of her layouts is just like a work of art. So yeah, so check that out. My point is, you know, whether you have these kits or you don't, check out the design team. You know, we have a blog every day. There's new stuff, the member forum, all these things are free. You don't have to be a subscriber to be inspired. You can join us on there, like challenges every week and giveaways and gift cards. So you can really be a part of this community, even if you don't subscribe, even if you occasionally buy, you know, a kit. Kimberly opens all these things to everyone, and I think, you know, it's a win-win really for everyone, because it's just a lovely community, and you know, we're here to inspire each other. And of course, if you get the kits, then it just makes it super easy to use them. You just open Pinterest or the blog or the member forum. There are like photo albums there. You know, you're not sure what to do with your kit, just open one of them and you'll have literally dozens and dozens of ideas. So you know, it couldn't be easier to use these kits with all that inspiration. So there I am, just adding the florals, and you know, some edges are a little bit awkward because, you know, most of the roses are painted like on the edges of the paper, but I make it work. I just cover, if they're like odd areas, I just cover it with an embellishment, and that's it. It all works. So I'm done with all my roses. I actually have, you know, Kimberly was sweet and sent me a couple of extra of my papers, so I could have cut more roses and add them, but I didn't want to cheat because I know all of you, you know, you either have one sheet or two. So I wanted to show you that, you know, it can be done with two sheets. You don't need to have more. And then you can just add, if you want more flowers, if that's not enough for you, obviously it wasn't enough for me, you can add some from the Vicky Butin ephemera, for example. So I liked how these flowers looked, the one that I put on my layout. There are actually 3 of those, and I just checked the back of that package to see if there were indeed 3 of those exact flowers, you know, instead of just rummaging through the whole ephemera pack. So that's helpful. The back of those ephemera packs are really helpful because you can see everything that's there in a glance. So the rest is pretty simple and straightforward. My title is going to be Oh So Happy. I really liked how those how the title looked there, and I'm just going to add also a few pops of black in other places on the layout because, you know, right now only the title is black, and I do like to repeat pretty much everything. If I use it in one place, I try to repeat it in a different place on the layout for, to keep the design cohesive. Okay, so we have kind of 3 more minutes to go, so I want to take this opportunity to just mention again, if you haven't seen on my channel, I am also now on Patreon. Patreon is a platform for creators where you can support your favorite creator, and in return you get rewards. So I have an exclusive, patrons only blog feed with pretty much daily updates and photos of what I'm up to. If you pledge, that's if you pledge $4. If you pledge $8 a month, you also get an original printable of my art that is exclusive and you can't get it anywhere else. And if you pledge $12, you get 4 exclusive videos, and of course all the benefits from the other levels, tiers as they call them in Patreon. And this month the 4 videos are going to be, 2 are already up, so you can enjoy them immediately once you pledge $12. So one is art journaling, and then one is real-time scrapbooking process. And then the 2 that are coming, one is going to be showing you how I painted the cover of my second Jane Davenport watercolor journal. So really pretty and colorful. And then the last one, I think it'll be the last one for January. Maybe I can't decide which one I'll post first, if it'll be the 3rd or the 4th, is a really fun video of showing you how I made stamps from just regular foam, and then played around with them with watercolors and mists and all kinds of things. So that's a really fun video. My Patreon at the moment is definitely, it's a mixture of scrapbooking and art journaling and mixed media, kind of basically what you see on my channel. And so I just want to put it out there so you know what you'll be getting. And of course you can cancel at any time. That's totally your, option. And I want to thank all the people that have joined me there already. I'm so excited and so thankful and grateful. I'm really looking forward to creating and enjoying your company there, and just doing stuff that I love. It feels amazing. What can I say? That's it. So I just wanted to keep you updated because, YouTube is probably the best way to keep updated. Yeah, keep up to date with what I'm up to. And that's it. So this is my layout. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel inspired. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a lovely day. Bye.